Do you have your own signature framework? If you don't, you could be missing out on a powerful way to promote and communicate your expertise. But what is a signature framework? In short, it's a structured methodology designed to help people solve a problem, achieve a goal, or communicate a concept. To explain this, let's look at an example. So we're big fans of Daniel Priestley's approach to business. He literally wrote the book on how to become a key person of influence, which is something we'd encourage all subject experts to pursue. Now, underpinning this are his 5 Ps, which are pitch, publish, product, profile, and partnerships. These 5 Ps are his signature framework to becoming a key person of influence. So why does it work? Well, without a clear structure or methodology to follow, becoming a key person of influence could feel quite overwhelming. There's so much involved, and at its core, it's quite an abstract concept. The 5 Ps chunks this up and makes it feel more achievable. A signature framework distills your ideas into a coherent system your clients can grasp with more ease instead of having to join the dots all by themselves. It also increases the likelihood that your ideas will not only be remembered, but also applied. Now, expertise is everywhere, but a well-crafted framework sets you apart. It becomes your intellectual property, your differentiator. And when your competitors are offering similar services, your framework helps you stand out. Creating your own framework can take time and involve digging deep into your insights. A signature framework is a mark of authority, demonstrating that you've not only deeply thought about your subject, challenged key assumptions in your industry, but are offering something of real value. Now, I found that people trust experts who can simplify complexity into a simple, structured process. And when people are finding out a shortcut to an outcome, less is often more. It shows that they have thought deeply about their area and have clarity on how to achieve those desired transformations for your audience. Finally, a signature framework helps you to scale. It makes it easier to turn your knowledge into products or services that can be replicated and sold. So whether you're moving from consulting to digital products or launching a new program, a solid framework can help you expand without losing the essence of what makes you you. So, how do you build your own signature framework? Well, it's not as daunting as it sounds, but it does require focus and intentionality. So there are 6 key steps to turn your expertise into a signature framework. Let's explore these in more detail. So the first one is to identify your core themes and principles. You really need to reflect here and dig into the key principles that underpin everything that you teach or do. Now think about the recurring themes in your work. These become the foundations of your framework. What you're looking for are the ideas that you always return to and what we will call the non-negotiables. These are going to form the basis of your framework. Step 2, organise your ideas into a logical flow. Once you've identified your key themes, it's time to put a structure to it that guides people from the start all the way to the finish. So your framework isn't just a set of loose concepts. You have to make sure there's a logical progression that makes sense for your audience. So step number 3, make it memorable. Note Daniel Priestley's 5 Ps, and names matter. Now a catchy or memorable name helps your framework stand out and helps it be recalled with ease. You also want to think about the imagery you can use to visualize your framework too. So think about steps or pillars or cycles, anything like that are going to make it easy for your audience to digest. Now a critical step here, step 4, test and refine. So before you release your framework to the world, you really need to test it. So share it with a small group of clients or peers and ask them key questions and see how it lands or resonates. Is it clear? Does it deliver the intended results? Ask those questions and refine it based on the feedback, and just keep improving it until you feel it's fairly bulletproof. Step number 5, integrate it into everything that you do. Your signature framework should become the spine of your content and almost become a bit of a calling card for what you're all about. So you want to be referencing it in blog posts, webinars, workshops, social media, all these kind of things. The more you integrate it into your work, the more your audience will start to associate you with it. Step number 6, evolve it. Now a framework is not set in stone. As you grow and your expertise deepens and you work with more clients, allow your framework to evolve. At Candle Digital, we have our own signature framework that has had quite a few iterations, and we suspect it has many more changes to come, just as we work with clients and experience more of the things they're talking about. So the best frameworks adapt over time. They stay relevant to your audience's needs, and they incorporate new insights as you gather them. So there you have it. I hope you now see the value in creating a framework and start taking the steps to create your own.